Hi guys, welcome to MotorBeam. Maruti has launched a major update in the Baleno after 6 long years, and we thought it's time we pit the Baleno against the i20 to find out which one inches ahead in the premium hatchback segment. When it comes to exteriors, the i20 is slightly longer, taller and wider than the Baleno. It also has a longer wheelbase. So between the two, the i20 seems to be a little bigger than the Baleno. Now both these cars come with the same tire size 195 55 16 inches on the top end, while the lower trims get a 185 65 on 15-inch wheels. Fuel tank capacity in both these cars is the same. Now when it comes to boot space, there's hardly anything to choose from, as there's only a minor difference between the two. You get LED projector headlamps on both. The i20 also gets cornering lamps. Both have LED tail lamps with halogen indicators. Both look quite good. i20 looks a bit sharp. Baleno looks like an evolution of the outgoing model. So when you talk about interiors, the i20 gets black interiors with copper red inserts, while the Baleno gets dual tone blue-grey interiors. Hard plastics are there on both cars. i20 has a slightly better fit and finish. Coming to features, the i20 offers blue ambient lighting, digital instrument cluster, sunroof, push-button start, keyless entry, electric mirrors, air purifier, wireless charging, automatic climate control, rear AC vents, cruise control and a cooled glove box. The i20 also gets auto-dimming interior rear view mirror, only on the end line though. Now when you talk about the Baleno, you get an all-new heads-up display, cruise control, auto-dimming interior rear view mirror, electric mirrors, rear AC vents, push-button start, keyless entry, automatic climate control, surround view system, new instrument cluster with a TFT display. The infotainment system on the Baleno is an all-new 9-inch Smart Play Pro with gets Acme's 4+2 speakers, Suzuki Connect and Alexa. The i20 meanwhile gets a 10.25-inch screen with 7 Bose speakers. Both cars offer connected technology with Suzuki Connect and BlueLink connectivity. When it comes to cabin space, the i20 has good space all around. The seats are comfortable too, but the seating position is a bit low. The Baleno has good space. The seats on the new Baleno are quite supportive and much better of the two. However, the Baleno also gets 60/40 rear split seat, which the i20 doesn't. When you talk about safety, the Baleno gets 6 airbags, improved brakes now with ABS, ISOFIX seat mounts, ESP on the AMT variants in the mid trims and on manual in the topmost trim. Now the Baleno hasn't been NCAP tested, but we reckon Maruti is looking for a 4 or 5-star rating when the NCAP is done. Meanwhile, the i20 gets 6 airbags, tire pressure monitoring system, ABS, ESC, HAC, ISOFIX child seat mounts and a SOS button on the interior rear view mirror. When it comes to dynamics, the i20 offers a soft and comfortable ride. There is some body roll, but the steering is quite non-communicative. Meanwhile, on the Baleno, the steering feels much improved. The suspension has been reworked, the brakes have been improved, so the car feels much balanced now. So when driving over bad roads, I would prefer the Baleno, but only marginally over the i20. So the Baleno comes powered by a 4-cylinder K12C dual jet petrol engine. Now this engine produces 89 HP of power and 113 Newton meters of torque. Power figures are relatively same as before. Drivability is quite good. The car feels very peppy lower down of the rev band. The mid-range is relatively flat and the high end is pretty good. So overall the drivability is very good. This comes mated with a 5-speed manual. The manual has spaced out ratios for all type of driving conditions, be it city or highway. Now when you come to automatic, Maruti has actually ditched the CVT which was offered on the previous variant, and now they are offering a 5-speed AMT. Now it begs the question if the CVT seems to be a little more upmarket technology compared to the AMT, but if you see, by dropping the CVT, the fuel efficiency has gone up by 15%, which is very significant in today's times because the fuel cost has gone up by quite a bit. Another reason for going for the AMT is that this technology is more cost effective, and with time Maruti has actually managed to tune the AMT so well that you now have minimal lag and the drivability has also improved drastically. And for a common man who's looking at a convenience of an automatic, I don't think there's anything to differentiate here because the AMT also offers similar levels of comfort and convenience and also practicality which the CVT was offering, but now with better fuel efficiency. So this car weighs about 50 to 60 kilograms more than the previous Baleno. Maruti has added a lot of high tensile steel here. This weight has been distributed quite evenly. Maruti has always been criticized for safety, and now they are targeting a 4 or 5 star rating in the NCAP test. Next year, the Bharat NCAP is coming. So this is a vital step and something very, very good for the consumer who are getting much safer cars now. Now, additional weight has been distributed well. The steering somehow feels quite alive now. Maybe it's just the weight distribution or the suspension setup, but it feels more predictable. The earlier Baleno used to feel a little bit of numb at the center. This feels more predictable, gives more feedback, and is a little bit more enjoyable to drive as well. Brakes have been updated and the braking power too is more predictable now. So when you talk about the i20 head-on-head, the Baleno actually competes with the 1.2 litre Kappa engine, which produces 84 HP of power for the manual and 89 HP of power for the CVT. Now this also is a 4-cylinder engine. Torque is 115. So a bit here and there, not too much of a difference. This comes with a 5-speed manual, a CVT as I discussed. Now this engine is quite smooth, offers good drivability, but when you compare head to head, it is definitely not as peppy, fun to drive, or even fuel efficient what the K series has to offer. So after the BS6 update came in, Maruti has indeed pulled the plug on the diesel engine. However, the i20 still gets the diesel. Now the i20's diesel is the 1.5 CRDI 4-cylinder engine which produces 100 PS of power, 240 Newton meters of torque, is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. This engine is very efficient, punchy, refined, but the premium over the petrol Kappa is quite high. So the i20 is actually unmatched when you talk about a diesel powertrain. Over and above this, Hyundai also offers a 1-litre 3-cylinder petrol engine which produces 120 PS of power, 172 Newton meters of torque, comes with a 6-speed IMT and a 7-speed DCT. The only downside is if you love to drive, you don't get a proper manual here, but the DCT and IMT are actually good enough. This engine produces good performance, adds a lot of fun factor to the i20, is very refined for a 3-cylinder engine. So again, when you talk about a turbo petrol, the Baleno doesn't have anything to offer. The Baleno used to offer the booster jet in the Baleno RS few years back, but Maruti had to pull the plug on it due to poor demand. So performance perspective, the i20 does offer a lot of options to the buyers when it comes to powertrains and transmissions. The Baleno gets a lot of features now, is much improved on safety with 6 airbags, has a good engine, good fuel efficiency, and offers tremendous peace of mind. So if you're looking for a naturally aspirated petrol car, the Baleno will offer you tremendous value for money. However, for the extra premium you pay for the i20, you get slightly better interiors, more powertrain options, and if you are looking to move away from the naturally aspirated petrol engine, then the i20 makes more sense as it offers a turbo petrol and a diesel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and tell us which one would you choose between these two hatchbacks.